I was arrested for streaking at a golf tournament.
The man dressed up as a tree right behind me, slowly crossing the road, kind of holding up traffic.
He's coming at us with a large piece of equipment that could crush easily all of us.
Put your hands up. Do it now. I know you're not a plant. Slowly. Drop that.
This dude is butt-ass naked. What the
The Texas Department of Public Safety was kept extra busy one June morning when a traffic stop turned into a high-speed chase with extremely high stakes and a very strange ending.
It is a gray Mercedes. Going to be on US 90, an infant in that vehicle.
29-year-old Caitlin Rodriguez was wanted on multiple warrants, and just minutes earlier, according to police, had fled a traffic stop with her infant child in the car.
All right, extremely high rate of speed. I'd say at least 100 miles an hour still. Traffic is light to moderate, almost struck another vehicle passing.
Her criminal history already included convictions for felony theft, forgery, and prostitution, as well as an arrest for aggravated assault causing serious bodily injury.
Highway patrol just got a spot. I went off road. Looks like she's about to wreck. No, she's still got it. She's now on the access across the median. Looks like she's taking military drive. Looks like they're going to crash almost. Stand by, still going. We're going military southbound. 13, we're in oncoming traffic now. Oncoming traffic. And now center median, 13 southbound from 90 proper. I think the troop got her.
Texas Highway Patrol tried to stop her with spike strips, but Rodriguez kept driving.
Hold here, 1050, 1050, 1050 and 2536 and military. She's in the back seat. She's got the baby and we're running. We're running southbound from the accident.
Received vehicle crash at 2536 at military. Female with a baby is running southbound from the crash.
White, we're getting in a white Nissan Xterra, troops in front of it, hold the air. Female driver of this white Nissan Xterra also has a child. And the baby's safe,
Rodriguez tried to get into an innocent bystander's car, but officers quickly closed in.
White Nissan Xterra, troops in front of it, hold the air. Doors are open, troops trying to get her out now. Female driver of this white Nissan Xterra also has a child.
As the woman driving the car exited the vehicle and pulled her own baby safely from the back seat. Rodriguez was charged with child endangerment, evading arrest, and possession of a controlled substance. She took a deal, pleading guilty to evading arrest, and the other charges were dropped. She was sentenced to 6 years in jail, and her baby was released to Child Protective Services. It should have been the happiest day in a young couple's lives. But then, police say the owner of their wedding venue did a very strange thing to get them to leave.
Let me take a video.
Miguel Rodriguez Albizu, the owner of Cielo Farms, was upset because he claims the wedding guests were being unruly and staying past their agreed upon 11 p.m. ending time for the reception. So, he pulled out a gun. While most of the wedding guests scrambled for safety, some stayed to shoot video of the owner's tirade, claiming Rodriguez Albizu and his son, Christian Rafart, were trying to shut the reception down before the agreed upon time.
I got a video of him.
But Rodriguez Albizu's attorney claims that's not true. He says the town had already warned his client about the noise level, and that Rodriguez Albizu only pulled the gun to protect his family, his employees, and his business. But after Southwest Ranches PD arrived, Rodriguez Albizu and his son were arrested. Later, Rodriguez Albizu was charged with 9 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He pled not guilty, and his case is pending. Rafart was charged with battery and resisting arrest. He has yet to enter a plea, and his case is pending. It had been a quiet Monday afternoon inside this convenience store in Spruce Grove, a city in Alberta, Canada. But that was all about to change. A man and a woman were trying to buy a can of soda with a credit card, but according to police, the store's owner suspected the card was stolen and quietly called authorities. Constable Brandon Orr of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police was dispatched to the store.
As soon as I stepped in, I could see there was a male and female, so I assumed something wasn't right, or it probably wasn't going to go well, just on the way he was acting. He kind of used the female like a shield, I guess, and then tried to make an escape out the door. And the store owner, thankfully, was a pretty large man, so he kind of just stood in the doorway and assisted in getting them from escaping.
But the male suspect did manage to break free, now attempting an escape out the back of the store. But the back door was locked, so he tried once again to get by the constable and the store owner.
I mean, based on his assaultive behavior and wanting to escape, I had my taser out and drawn on him, and I was articulating to him, get on the ground. He took a lunge for me. That's when the taser was deployed and hit him.
While Constable Orr tried to get the male suspect detained, the female suspect attempted an escape of her own. But she was turned away from the door by the store owner. So then, she tried something a little different. Climbing up into the ceiling. Meanwhile, Constable Orr seemed about to take the male suspect into custody.
Normally, in my experience, when you taser someone, they're usually going to give up based on the pain, but he was able to get back up and made a run for the door. Growing up playing hockey, I assumed my only way at stopping him was to kind of throw a body check.
What started out as a seemingly simple case of an alleged stolen credit card has gone completely off the rails. While Constable Orr once again tried to detain the male suspect, the female suspect, who seems to have been hiding above the business, suddenly came crashing through the ceiling and back into the store.
It was definitely the strangest arrest of my career. I've been a police officer over 10 years and never had anything go quite like that. I don't think ever will have anything go quite like that again.
28-year-old Richard Pariseau was arrested for possession of stolen property under $5,000, using a stolen credit card, resisting arrest, assaulting a police officer, mischief, damage to property under $5,000, and other charges. He pled guilty to possession of stolen property, assault while resisting arrest, and mischief damage to property under $5,000. He was sentenced to 3 months in jail and 1 year probation. The other charges were withdrawn. 29-year-old Brittany Burke was charged with the same crimes and pled guilty to obstructing a peace officer and mischief damage under $5,000. Her remaining charges were withdrawn. She was sentenced to 15 days in jail, but was credited with time served and released following her court hearing. When Florida Highway Patrol spotted 71-year-old Douglas Hatley driving along Interstate 4 in Tampa one Monday morning, they couldn't help but notice what he had strapped to the roof of his car. And it obviously wasn't something he had just picked up at his local hardware store. It was morning rush hour near Florida's Gulf Coast when state troopers first received the report of a stolen utility pole. Around 11 a.m., they located Hatley and took him into custody.
You see what's on the top of your car right there? I can't let him drive this away with government property.
There was no criminal intent whatsoever. Totally
when you take a light pole off the interstate that don't belong to you, that's
well, look, I had no idea it was wrong.
Does that belong to you?
No,
obviously,
but it's good for scrap.
Hatley had allegedly planned on selling the pole to a Tampa scrapyard, but was turned away when he couldn't provide proof of ownership. Hatley, whose rap sheet already included 48 arrests for theft, burglary, and other charges, was arrested that day for third-degree grand theft and taken to the Hillsborough County Jail. He eventually pled guilty by Alford plea, where defendant maintains their innocence while admitting that the prosecution's evidence would have likely resulted in a guilty verdict at trial. He was sentenced to 36 months of probation. One cool October night in Port Washington, Wisconsin, deputies from the Ozaukee County Sheriff's Department were about to pull 20-year-old Amarian Graham over for speeding. Instead, they say Graham took off and led them on a high-speed chase. When their pursuit reached speeds over 100 miles per hour, deputies backed off in the interest of public safety. But just a minute later, Graham's SUV barreled into a Port Washington police car that was parked near an off-ramp.
Hands! Stop running!
Graham and his passenger, 22-year-old Anthony Bland, then, according to police, fled the scene on foot.
Stop running! We're doing the Ozaukee 2 running onto the highway. They're running through traffic.
Police say the men cut across 4 dangerous lanes of highway traffic on Interstate 43.
Ozaukee dispatch 1 anyway.
A deputy searched the surrounding area and spotted Bland running across a parking lot.
Do you have visual?
Got it. Stop moving now, you're gonna get shot! Lay down now! Put your hands out! Who else is in the car?
I was just trying to get back to my phone.
Where did the driver go?
Yeah.
You want to start tracking for the other guy?
Yeah.
With Bland in custody, K-9 officers got a tip about Graham's location when a woman approached and said there was a man on her property.
Okay. Hey, guys, this way, this way.
When they arrived, deputies found Graham on the woman's porch in a very strange hiding spot.
Put your hands up. Do it now. I know you're not a plant. Slowly.
Under a flower pot.
Stand straight up. Come on, go quick. Straight up, hands up. Hands up.
Drop that.
Turn around. Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Were you drinking something red or is that blood?
I think it's blood.
Can you take him in the back of your car?
Yeah, that's the driver right there.
Where?
You're the driver.
What do you mean where? Spread your feet. Sit on the push bar. What's your last name?
Gray.
Deputies say they found a loaded Glock 43 handgun inside the car, along with 2.6 grams of marijuana. Graham was charged with first-degree recklessly endangering safety, fleeing, eluding an officer, possession of a firearm by a felon, obstructing an officer, and marijuana possession. He pled not guilty and was released on $50,000 bond. His trial is pending. Bland was charged with possession of a firearm by a felon, obstructing an officer, and marijuana possession. He pled not guilty, was released on $25,000 bond, and is awaiting further hearings. When 43-year-old David Seal allegedly broke into this building early one Sunday morning in Fresno, California, he picked a very strange way to celebrate. He did some old-school hip-hop dance moves. And then he did it again. According to police, Seal entered this locked commercial building using a set of keys they say were copies of the originals. After a tenant in the building reported a missing laptop, police reviewed security video and soon located Seal nearby with the stolen property and the keys. Seal was arrested and charged with burglary, possession of burglary tools, receiving stolen property, and providing false information after it was discovered he'd given police a fake name at the time of his arrest. He also had several outstanding warrants, including one for a probation violation. He pled no contest to burglary and receiving stolen property, and the remaining charges were dismissed. Seal was sentenced to 2 years in jail, followed by 16 months probation. One Christmas morning in Lawrenceville, Georgia, 26-year-old Stefan Gallery broke into a fast food restaurant, stole some stuff, and made a real mess of the place. When the shift manager opened the restaurant the next day, she said she knew something was wrong and immediately called the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office.
What time did you open?
I opened around 6:10.
Okay. And that's when you found the store?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
And when we came inside,
All right, bye-bye.
like the roll tacos and everything over here to mess up, and then the beef and chicken bags on the floor and to mess up.
Okay.
The restaurant security footage revealed a series of strange events. After breaking in the drive-thru window, Gallery tried to get a beverage, turned on the fryer, and cooked himself something to eat. And then
He took a nap on the floor, right here, for about an hour and 30 minutes or so.
Okay.
Got back up, came back in here, started messing around in the office, grabbed a Chromebook laptop and a Android tablet, and walked out the back door.
But the napping burglar left two important things behind: his hat and his headphones. And when one employee saw the video and the evidence, she told police over the phone that she knew right away who the man was, an ex-employee named Stefan Gallery.
The headphones that they left behind was familiar because it was like a turquoise kind of color.
Right.
We automatically knew who wore those type of headphones.
Okay.
So when they showed the video, I said, oh, that's Stefan.
With the suspect's name now in hand, it wasn't long before Gwinnett County deputies were able to get in touch with him.
Hey, what were you doing on Christmas Day?
I was drunk that day. I don't remember anything.
Did you formally work at?
Yeah, I used to.
You climbed through the drive-thru window and you made yourself some food, took a nap. You're on video doing it. It's pretty obvious. I wonder if there's a decent explanation for it.
Like, whenever I drink, I be doing stuff, and I don't even know that I'm doing it.
The business just wants their stuff back. Obviously, you can't give them the food that you ate back, but you can give them the tablet and the laptop back. Do you know where those things are?
Yeah, I can give that back.
Gallery did return the stolen items to the restaurant and then was soon arrested. He pled guilty to second-degree burglary and was sentenced to 8 years, but only required to spend the first year in prison, with the rest of his term being served on probation. Gallery was also ordered to serve 75 hours of community service and is never allowed to enter that fast food restaurant again.